Good afternoon. Living with narcissists. Do you live with a narcissist? You cannot live under the same roof with a narcissist. This is because they have a need to control. They're going to treat you, okay. Correction. The only way you can live without war with a narcissist is if you are an enabler of the narcissist. If you're an enabler of the narcissist, everything's all good. Everything is all good. They won't really try to be warring with you all the time, because they're going to be a slave to you. They're slaves to the enablers. They need you if you're an enabler. If you're an enabler, you can live with them. You can live under the same roof with a narcissist if you are an enabler of that narcissist. It's all dandy. The moment you confront the narcissist, the moment you look at the mask and say, I don't think so, the moment you turn to the mask and say, you know what, it doesn't really make any sense. What's that called? Discard. I mean, if they think you're serious, if they think you seriously are not buying it anymore. Because there are times when their enablers are going to disagree. They'll disagree with the narcissist. But if the narcissist senses that the enabler doesn't really see through the mask, they're just kind of reacting, but they don't really see through them, then the narcissist will entertain, placate, whatever you call it, placate, entertain the enabler. Okay, well, I'm sorry, But if the narcissist sense that you fundamentally can see right through them, and you're serious, you're serious, you're not just complaining about a little thing, you can seriously see right through the mask. They can sense it. They can sense it. Even just a stranger can sense it. Even just a stranger. You pass by, and, hey, how you doing? And you look at them in their eye, and they you immediately sense, they tense up, and they're not so friendly towards you. You're like, why is this person cold? My whole life, I wonder why I freak people out. I've had people make remarks. She scares me. Literally make remarks, and I just felt like, why do I bring sorrow to people everywhere I go? And I kind of figured it out. They're afraid of me. They're afraid of me. I didn't do anything to you. I just looked at you. I just said hi, and you hate me. Okay. It's like, why do I bring sorrow? Like, just sorrow queen just entered the room. Why do I bring sorrow to everybody? Bring people down. Anyway, if they sense that you can see right through them, you're not buying it. I see the evil in you. I see the evil in you. You're not the angel that you're portraying yourself to be. I see the evil. You can fundamentally see through them if they can sense it. They can sense it. And from that point on, it's discard, narcissistic discard. They discard you. And after that point, you cannot live. It's going to be war. They want war with you all the time. War with you all the time. You cannot live under the same roof with that. This doesn't mean no contact, but you cannot live. You can get a house next door, but you're right next door. They're going to be trying to control your house. They got to control, because they grew up with no control. They grew up being controlled like a puppet. So now that they're adults and legal adults, now that they have the ability to control something, they're going to try to control it. That's what is the pendulum. They had such a lack of control. And now the pendulum is way over here. They're trying to control everything. They want to control you like a robot. They want you hooked up to their remote. This is why you cannot live under the same roof with them. It'll drive you mad. Because nobody wants to live like a raggedy puppet. Okay? Nobody wants to live like someone's raggedy puppet. And that's the way they expect you to just put up with it. You're not allowed to get mad. Okay? And you cannot live that way. Get another house in the same neighborhood. If they're your parents, if they're your grandparent, whatever, spouse, and your kids you can get your own place near them, and I mean in contact, but you cannot live because of the control and the resentful vindictiveness that they're going to be bringing onto you all the time, because they're going to resent the hecky doodle out of you. If you can see through their mouth, they don't like you anymore. It's called discard. They don't like you anymore. They don't like you anymore. Okay? Because you're a threat to the mask. They don't like you. Doesn't matter who you are. It could be their daughter, their son, their wife, their husband. The closest relationship possible. Doesn't matter who you are, they will discard you. Okay? And you're going to be treated like a discarded bag all the time. That's the way you're going to be treated. You can't live with that under the same roof, and they're always going to be wanting to control you. Okay, this has to be like this. This has to be, and if you leave a dish in the wrong place, you're not following the rules. You're not following the rules. They have insane little rules. They want you to live just insane little petty rules that they want you to live. You know what I'm talking about. Little petty rules are the end of the world if you break them. Okay. You cannot live that way. It'll drive you mad. You cannot live under the same roof with a narcissist because of the controlling issue. It's a mental illness. It's a controlling issue. They needed control because they had such little control. They were controlled. They were told how to move, how to act, what to say. They had no control. So now the pendulum is way over here, and they needed to control it to kind of compensate. Because they're so afraid of not having control. Because when they didn't have control, they were abused severely when they had no control. And now they're over here, and they're trying to keep from being abused. So they need to control. Okay, they need to control. They can't help it. They cannot help it. But they need to control to make themselves feel secure. It's not only that; they're going to be starting stuff with you all the time. They're going to be starting stuff, little dumb thing. They're going to be starting stuff with you all the time. And you know how it is. You're constantly like this, worrying about their mouth, or maybe their hands. Both. Okay, you're constantly worried. You're constantly manning this temperature control. You can never leave that temperature. If you leave, might hit the fan, right? You're constantly manning the temperature. It's exhausting. You cannot live like that. Okay? You cannot live like that. You have to have your own safe space. You cannot live under the same roof with a narcissist. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to save you some grief. If you got to figure out the hard way, maybe that's what's needed. You cannot live under the same roof with a narcissist. I could shake my head forever. I can just stand and shake my head. Question? No. I'm just going to stand. No. Like a little robot robot programmed to only shake the head. No, that's you right now. No, head shaking robot. No, because you're gonna try it. You're gonna try to convince yourself. No, I can handle it. No, you can't. No matter how nice you are. A lot of people are stuck in turmoil. Should I move? Yeah, you should. Trying to tell anybody what to do? Give my advice. Move. Get your own safe space. You cannot chill and relax unless you have your own safe space. Like I said in another video, safety comes first. You cannot even begin to relax unless you're safe. You cannot relax when you're not safe. Okay, you gotta get safety first. You need a safe spot to relax. You cannot relax when you're under attack. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. The laws of physics doesn't work. Our brains are not wired to be controlled like little raggedy puppets. Can't do it. And that's what's going to happen when you live under the same roof with a narcissist. You can come visit if you want to. The moment you walk in their door, you're expected to act like a raggedy little puppet. The moment you walk into a narcissist domain, maybe meet them at a restaurant or something, because if you're in their domain, the control. You want to be on, you're on my domain. It's Disneyland for them, right? You're on my domain. It's time for the petty rules to freak you out. I'm about to faint over this little. They want you about to faint over any little petty thing. That's what it's going to be the moment you walk into their domain. So maybe meet them at a restaurant, somewhere in public. Do you want them on your domain? It's up to you. If they come into your domain, they're probably going to criticize it, insult you. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, maybe not, I'm not saying it's all bad. There are some good moments with a narcissist, There's a person in it. There's a person. They are people. They're still people. I'm not saying it's 100% bad. You can have a good time with a narcissist sometimes. Until you confront them about anything. Like I said, it's all good until you dare to confront them about anything. Anything at all. Especially big stuff. So should I move? I say you can't live under the same roof with a narcissist? I say no. Impossible. Humanly impossible to live under the same roof because of the controlling and the vindictiveness, and just the deluded. And you're going to be expected to just nod your head and smile and go along with all of their delusions. Some of them are straight up delusions. Nothing you can say, nothing they will, no evidence will make them change their mind. That's a delusion. And I seriously feel like they're under delusions. And there's some illusions there. They were just misled. They were lied to. They're an illusion. They were also lied to. That's why they're like that. That's why they lie. Because they were lied to a lot. So they're under a lot of illusions and delusions, and if you don't live in their little la la land with them, they're not going to like you. So it's so exhausting to be around, because you have to get on a magic carpet and fly into this crazy twilight zone, and it's exhausting. All the pretending and acting is exhausting. It's hard work being an actor and actress. It's hard work, right? It takes a lot out of you. To exit reality takes a lot. It's exhausting, because your brain doesn't like. Well, it does and it doesn't, right? Logic. Your brain likes logic. It also has a little fun with fantasy, but your brain is healthier in logic, with logic, having logical thoughts. So you need your own safe space, not under the same roof with a narcissist. See, just thinking about it, I'm shrinking up. Just thinking, I'm shrinking up. This is the way you're going to be, living with a narcissist, okay? Got your own safe space, you can stretch, you can breathe. Okay? You know how it is. It's not going to change. Your kindness is not going to make them change, okay? It might make them calm down a little bit. You might see them doing nice gestures for you, like, whoa, can't believe it. They might say thank you for something. You think you're seeing an improvement. But once again, it's all fine until any finger even thinks of pointing at them about anything. You're going to see it come out again. And you're going to realize it never left. It never left. You're going to realize that nothing's changed. They're still just as vicious, if not more. Because they were kind of nice for a while, and they haven't been able to let it out. So you may see them show moments of calmness. Some unusual nice gestures they didn't do before. The more kindness you show them. They're kind of mirroring you. Maybe they're not yelling as much. Huh? Maybe they're changing. At the moment, they get aggravated. It's going to come out again. You're going to see that they have not changed. It's really true. I mean, I'm still, observing people. 10 years from now, I'll do an update. Okay, are they still not changed? No, they're not. That's why you got to keep your core. You can't have any messiness going on in your core. You want to be able to say, I was perfectly nice to them, and they still haven't changed. Because if you're mean to them, I don't know why they didn't change. I was constantly cursing. I was cursing them out all day and saying horrible things to them. I don't know why they didn't change, If you're nice to them, you have no excuse. Your cord is clean. It's another reason why you got to be nice to the narcissist. So your rap sheet is clean. Can't point anything at you. Why are they worse? Well, my fault. I was nothing but nice to them. So we'll see if kindness works. We'll see if kindness works. Showing them hate is definitely not going to make them improve. Will it? I don't think so. People showing me hate has made me improve, but everything is backwards. With narcissism, everything has the opposite effect. Yeah, I've made positive change from criticism. I guess you call it positive criticism, but someone trying to be mean to you, and you're like, you know what? maybe sometimes it's true, and you work on yourself because someone was mean to you. But with narcissism, everything has the opposite effect. Constructive criticism to a narcissist. Because the thing is, they think they're perfect and they don't need to change. Everything they do is justified. Everything is backwards with narcissism. We'll see. 10 years from now, 20 years, decades from now, we'll see if the kindness works. Keep being kind to them. See if anything happens. Experimentation. I would recommend working on getting your own private, safe space. Narcissist-free zone for yourself. Narcissist-free zone. Doesn't that sound great? This is a narcissist-free zone. You're safe here. You will not be under attack here. That's what you need to relax. Finally calm down. A narcissist-free zone. Your own safe, relaxing, peaceful, tranquil, narcissist-free zone is what you need. So I would recommend start working on that. It's not gonna happen overnight, especially if you lived up forever, you're wrapped up financially and everything with this narcissist. Independence from the narcissist is what you gotta start working on. Independence from the narcissist and your own safe space. You cannot live under the same roof with them because they're gonna want to control you and make you tense all the time. They want to see you tense all the time. They don't like your calm. You don't want it, no matter how nice they're acting. Deep this is, they're hiding it. They're pretending. I mean, maybe not 100% pretending, but just know that it is still in there. The viciousness is still in there. It did not leave, and it might be worse because they usually get worse over time. I don't enjoy saying this to anybody. You have to leave that person, but they're going to want to control you and make you tense all the time. You cannot live that way. Nobody can live that way. Unless you're the enabler. Unless you're an enabler, everything will be good. If they think that you can't see through their mask and you believe their mask, everything is fine. They're not going to flip out on you. So, you can go visit the narcissist. Go visit. Do your little duty. Do your little good person duty. Make sure the narcissist knows that I'm here for you. Just however you have to say, I'm here for you. I just need my own space. I'm not abandoning you. I'm here for you if you need anything. Don't let yourself be used, but just let the person know I'm still here for you. We don't want anyone to feel abandoned. That's the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling when you feel abandoned. And it just drops you in the sewer. There you go. You don't want anyone to feel it. You don't want them to feel it because that's the problem. They feel abandoned. That's another one of their problems. Another one of their causes of the behavior is they feel abandoned. They feel perpetually abandoned. You don't want them to feel more abandoned. I'm here for you. I just need my own space. Don't make it about you. Me. I'm better for both of us. Be better for both of us. Because the thing is, they don't want you around anyway. I mean, they kind of do want you around because they want you to like them. They want you to like them. But if they know that you can see through their mask, they're not going to want you around anymore. At that point, they don't want to control you. They'd rather you be gone. They'd rather you, even if you're their child. That's the heartbreaking thing about even if you're their own child, their wife, their husband. The close, they're not going to want you around if you can see through their mask, because it makes them too uncomfortable. And they'd rather just not have you around. They feel relieved when you are gone, because there's no threat to their mask. So it's a relief for them when you leave. You're relieving them. You think it's hurting them, it's actually relieving them. They're not as stressed out. As soon as you come around and they're afraid of you, they think you can see through them. They get all. So it's a relief for them. They can relax, and you can relax if you get out from under the same roof. Again, you can get a house in the same neighborhood, maybe not already store, a house in the same neighborhood, a unit in the same apartment complex, maybe on the other side, where they can't micromanage you and make you tense all day. You have a spot you can go visit them, whatever. You can still have a maintained relationship, but they're not able to control your space. They're not able to control. You have your own domain where you can be in control. You are finally in control of your own domain. That's what you need. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like a little creature in a cage, just following all these little petty roles in their cave. It's their cave, and I'm living in this creature in the cave. No, they live in a big castle, and you're the creature in the cave, like next to the castle, right? It's insane. It's the way they make you feel. You can't live like that. You can't be the creature in the cave anymore. Okay, you need your own space. Okay? You cannot live under the same roof with a narcissist. Does not mean no contact. It means not living under the same roof.